this Tamil film just goes wild. But the question it makes you ask is, how much is too much? So let's talk about everything that worked and the things that didn't. Let's go. Hello guys, I'm Nona and today we're talking about the latest Tamil film, Dude, written and directed by Keerthiswaran, the first Tamil film I saw of this year's Diwali releases. Now before I talk about the film, I need to talk about its lead actor, PR, Pradeep Ranganathan, because him and the film are quite intertwined. In the recent years, he has climbed up as a very unique hero, starting from Love Today, which he himself directed, then Dragon, and now Dude. He has kind of created his own unique niche, his own territory, the kind of hero he wants to play in these films. And there's similarity in all of these films. He is playing a flawed character. He is not at all perfect, but he still comes with his own swag, his own charisma. He owns the screen when he's on it. He brings his own style in each film. Like in this film, the way he removes his phone and catches it, or a chocolate. The way he removes his goggles and wears them. The snap. With each character he plays, he brings all of these things. And he has become a representative of young men, the things they face in life, be it around love, career, marriage. He's the guy who's giving voice to those men who are failing in these things. And all of these characteristics in a way dictate the style of the film itself. And that's why it becomes very hard to differentiate. If another actor was playing this role, would the film look the same? That's a question. And that brings me to the visual design of the film. It is so dynamic in every aspect, be it the way the characters are framed on screen, be it the camera movement, the cuts that are made, the transitions, the sound effects, the colors are popping, the screen is chaotic with energy, which is reflecting the state of the character. And when the characters are down, we see that in the visual pattern also. Even if you watch this film 2 to 3 times, still you'll miss some of the small detailings they have done. And it is a film for the youth, representing them, made for them. Now coming to the story, without spoiling it, I can say it's kind of inception of love triangle. Like all the love triangle films we have seen in the past, it's kind of a culmination of all that into one, and it just never ends. And there is an element of a fantasy coming to life, that what you will do for your love, the sacrifices you will make. And it's not very melodramatic, it's all about crying, not at all. Instead, it's a lot of fun. That's a treatment they have gone with. There are twists and turns, it gets serious also, but throughout they keep it enjoyable. It's all about the entertainment you get from it. Like a similar story in Bollywood would be more dramatic, which we have seen in the past, where we see a self-sacrificing hero and it's very melodramatic and you enjoy that. But here they have taken a different approach, which again comes from the actor. And I'm sure culturally there'll be a lot of things which I would not get, but there'll be many out there who'll relate to. Now they take this love triangle and go wild with it. And you wonder, will they go there? And they do go there. But they keep going and they go so far that you as an audience get disconnected. And as I was watching it, I was really unsure how will they end this now? How do you wrap it all? And that's where the issues arise, because the film becomes too stretched, too dragged. And because it just keeps going and going and going with the plot, it gets exhausting. You feel like saying just get it over with. And that happens because the film keeps you engaged. It's not that there are dull moments, it's becoming so boring, nothing like that at all. You just get tired getting absorbed in this love triangle, which just gets too irritating. And also the film never loses its energy. It's just on that high pitch constantly. And as an audience, you feel drained. Now there are emotional bits where the film really grounds itself, especially with Mamitha, Baiju's character. And she was incredible. The range she showed in this film. I'll be honest, after Premalu, she got in the category of she's very cute. It was a typical rom-com and many would stereotype her with that role only. But the way she performed in this film, she shattered all that. What an incredible screen presence she has. A powerhouse performer. There are literally scenes where she just carried the whole movement. And that's when you already have a powerhouse performer like PR with you. Now there are some of the writing choices for her character that make her very unlikable in some moments. And that's the thing, right? The film is so relentless. It just keeps going and going and going. You don't get a pause moment. You don't get a time to just breathe. Now there is something in the film which people would consider problematic, where the film takes a very serious issue but shows it in a very light way. But I feel like this film is just giving us a different perspective on it, because it's dealing with it in a very wacky way. Things happen in the film which morally you may not agree with, but then the film makes a comment about that you find it morally wrong, but you don't mind when something wrong is happening. Now that's a very vague statement, I know, but I cannot reveal it because it will be a spoiler. And for a mainstream film like this, where big audiences would show up, to watch it, it is meant for the masses. For it to tackle a very sensitive issue like this is commendable. But again, because the movie is so loud, there's a lack of depth to it. The change in the characters, the point they are trying to make, it kind of feels surface level, not that convincing. Just for comparison, if I take Dragon, I felt there the theme of the film was very focused. From the start to the end, a lot of things happen, but the goal, the stand the film is trying to make stays focused. Whereas with this film, I'm actually unable to pinpoint what the actual theme was. Because unlike Dragon, there is no arc for a hero. We do start the film with the question he has, which keeps keeps coming back, but we never get an answer to it. So I guess that was not the point of the film. Maybe the theme is what all can you do for love, but even that doesn't come to fruition. Or maybe the theme is that love has no boundaries, it cannot be controlled. See, technically the film is so consistent considering how stylistic it is. Like, the film starts with a wedding sequence and it is just amazing. One of the best wedding set pieces I have seen. And the whole film is really well packaged from the start to the end, but it just lacks narrative satisfaction. I was wondering if at the end of the film they say it was all just a prank, I would have accepted it. But what is not a prank is my review for the other Tamil release of the week, Bison by Mari Selvaraj. Check out that video here. Do let me know your thoughts about it in the comments below, and I will see you next time.